On today's show, Kathy walks and talks past a red car. Jason, almost trips on a pebble. And together, they talk about your health. Well, good morning, Kathy. We are here for yet another transportation talk. I am so happy to be here with you. We have a really cool issue to talk about again today. I'm telling you, as this summer starts, everything just feels a little bit better, a little more energy to it. I don't know about you, but have a good morning. I'm glad you're here, Kathy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I am still feeding off the energy of last weekend. I got to see my Red Sox play the Mariners up in Seattle, so super
Oh,
exciting and still feeding off that energy.
oh, that is so cool. I'm so glad that you had an opportunity to do that. If my Bears ever come to town, though, that's going to be a trip. So, hey, Kathy, do you feel like you're healthy?
I do my best.
So do I. Even though I might be a little large and stuff like that, I get around. I
Mm-hmm.
play some basketball. I try to get out and go walking from time to time. I ride my bicycle and everything. But really, you and I are in the transportation industry, right? And
Mm-hmm.
every once in a while, when I'm out doing travel training with people and stuff, I am I'm always amazed at the amount of work it seems like for some people. And it's like an exercise regime.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they like it or not, I don't know. But they seem like they got a good workout for the first time in their life. I'm really happy for them in that case. And so, what about transit? Do we get healthier if we go out and use and accept the benefits of public transit all by chance?
Well, I would say from personal experience and the what happens when I take public transit, absolutely. I have
Yeah.
so much easier of a time. My little Fitbit watch buzzes so much earlier in the day when I
Yeah.
ride public transit because I'm getting my steps in.
Yeah, I know. I love seeing me getting when I'm out travel training and some we're walking around, we're
Mhm.
assessing the community, we're assessing what their sidewalk looks like, we're assessing the
Mhm.
degree of climb on some hills that they might have to
Mhm.
navigate to get to the bus. And so it's quite a
Seeing
workout.
new scenery, walking
Yeah.
around Seattle and catching a bus here and
Yep.
there. I got to see a
Yeah.
whole bunch of new things that I never would have seen if I'd been riding in a car
Oh, absolutely.
or
Absolutely.
driving a car.
And the thing, Kathy, you and I talk a lot about community. We talk about
Mhm.
how various forms of public transportation and the transportation options within that, how it helps us connect to our community and particularly later in life. Some of the travel trainees that I have are older adults, and they have told me that they would not have been getting out the way that they were or that they're trying to get out in if they
Mhm.
didn't have public transit. So I can see right there that as I'm going to age, it might be a really good idea for me to take advantage of whatever public transit is available in my area because it'll just keep me moving as I age.
Oh yeah, and getting in there and practicing it and getting familiar with it and comfortable when before that time will help you age in place. And then you may not have to consider having to move someplace else. Or if you do
Yes.
move someplace else that has other public transit, it gives you that much more freedom and access to the things around you. And so, oh my goodness, yes, so
Yeah.
valuable.
And the health benefits, we've talked a lot about the physical benefits of it and everything, but it sounds like you were kind of getting into the mental side of things. Mental health
Mm-hmm.
affects everything, and
Absolutely.
I know for a fact mental health affects us physically as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm getting to that point in my life where yeah, you're right. I want to stay where I'm at, but I have to do things to help me stay there. I have to be more active. I have to be more engaged with my day-to-day life instead of just kind of wasting it away. I have to look forward to getting up. And if I'm not driving, to get out there and get on the bus and see my community that way. And that will help my mental state. I'll be happier. I
Absolutely.
hope. I don't know about you, but I'd be happier by moving around.
Right. And I mean, I kind of liken that to any good piece of machinery. If you don't keep
Mm-hmm.
using it and keep those gears well oiled and keep it in practice,
Yeah.
well, then you forget or it forgets or it rusts up and it makes it harder to engage and to do those things. And so the more you're able to get out there and walk around and use your lung muscles, your leg muscles, your heart muscle, the better chances you have to make those things last, and the healthier you stay. So it's such a win-win, and you stay engaged with your community and your neighbors. There's opportunity for socializing. Jason, I could go on.
Oh, absolutely. You could go on it, because there's just so many benefits to staying active and staying engaged. I have a friend that I play basketball with, and he starts almost every day. He told me he lives at the bottom basically of the hill in Astoria, Oregon, and he likes to run up one of the hills and then back down the hill before he goes out and plays basketball with us.
That's a heck of a warm-up.
That is a warm-up, and the thing is he's well beyond into his 60s, and he's doing it. So kudos to him, and staying moving and keeping going. And I hope that I'd be looking like that at 65.
What an inspiration.
Yep. Well, hey, we're going to take a look at a video here that's going to help explain to us how important it is to stay healthy, how important it is to look at being a user of public transit, and why it is a really good avenue for us to stay engaged and stay healthy within our communities. Riding the bus can help you get outside and get walking. Enjoy what the weather is doing today. If it's great weather, get out, walk around, see your community, get out, walk a few blocks to your next bus stop if you have to. It's a great way to stay healthy. Just even walking the few blocks to catch your bus can be a great way to get a little bit of that exercise that you need. Just a little bit. Hey, it's time to get off the bus, to go outside and enjoy your community. All you gotta do is hang around, see what's going on out there. Transportation is healthy. It's healthy for you, it's healthy for the environment. Let's get out there, have some fun. We know that the bus can help you get to where you need to go. We're excited to know here at SCTD that we do everything that we can to help our community get to where they need to go. There's nowhere else that I'd rather go than my own community and hang out and enjoy what it has to offer. Riding the bus is not only fun and effective, but it can be healthy. Get out there, get those calories off, walk around your community, see what it has to offer, have fun.
This morning I checked the weather report and saw that it was going to be a gorgeous day, so I decided for my mental health, I would ride the bus. That way, I didn't have the stress of looking for a parking spot before I started my shift. And I got to walk around town after my shift before I caught the bus, so that I got to enjoy some of the beautiful scenery and amazing weather that we're having. Now, I'm at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and I get to relax and watch some people. Walking in a downtown area is the best way to enjoy it. Then you don't have to worry about parking, stopping, starting, finding a place to park again, just get out and walk. And if you leave the car at home to start out with and ride the bus, you're that much further ahead. You've been able to enjoy the whole trip without any of the driving stresses.
Wow, Jason, you've done it again. What a great video. I learned so much. Thanks for all of those tips. I love being able to see them and not have to imagine them.
Yeah, we're not just talking about it, right? We get an opportunity to talk a little, show a little, and then, hey, we're going to talk some more, right?
Right.
And
just to make sure you didn't miss any of the tips.
Yeah, absolutely. And, in the video, you saw a few more options, of what public transportation is. You saw bicycles. You saw a little bit of people rolling around on scooters or skateboards, even a person rolling around in a wheelchair. And those options are very healthy. They not only are they compatible with all of our buses, because we have ADA accessible racks, bike racks on there. You can get on any of our buses by using a wheelchair. Just ask to use the lift and they'll let you on. I mean, all those things allow you to use other forms of transportation to get to where you're going, and maybe compat with a bus or something. But the idea, though, is that you're out there, you're riding your bicycle, you're rolling around even in a wheelchair, and you're getting that movement going, and that helps to reduce the stress, doesn't it? It helps to reduce the stress, because there's a stress in owning vehicles. There's a stress in keeping vehicles maintained. And I can tell you that stress is a huge part of the detriment to people's mental health and overall physical well-being, Kathy. So reducing the stress by reducing the travel commuting costs helps me. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity to be able to do that. So I don't know. I mean, I want to throw this to you. How do you see stress being reduced and helping to make you a little healthier out there?
Well, studies have really shown, and really we're talking science. We're not just talking Jason and Kathy think so.
That's true.
In other places, doctors prescribe outdoor activity to people.
Absolutely.
And that they do it to help reduce stress and for mental health benefits. And so you hit the nail right on the head. And walking and biking and all of the things that it takes to get to use public transit and to be part of public transit, rolling of any form, those things are all parts of engaging. You're using your muscles, you're breathing the fresh air,
right.
And that all helps reduce the mental stress that can build up from worrying about how am I going to find the money to put the gas in my tank, and then how am I going to pay for my insurance, and oops, I got a flat tire, now what do I do? All of those things just come bearing down, and when you don't have them, and you get to go outside and just breathe the fresh air and not have walls around you and hear the birds and the other animals and creatures, the wind blow in the trees, all of that is good for your mental health.
Kathy, last week we talked about carpooling, and we talked about some of the benefits of that. And there was a little part in there regarding, some of the mental health benefit and maybe physical health too, as well.
Absolutely.
I don't know. But I mean, I can imagine a carpool, helping us out. Specifically, we talked a little bit about how it helps us engage with others, how it helps us engage with our community and so forth. So I'm really happy to know that if I'm ever about to get into a carpool or be a carpool leader or a driver, that will help me out mentally, to help me out physically, because I got to get out there and I have to be with people and walk maybe to a because not every time are they going to be coming maybe right up to your curb. Maybe you got to walk a block to get and make the carpool a little easier. So, Kathy, what do you think about this? When I say riding public transit equals less cars, less smog, and more clean air in your lungs. You mentioned that earlier, and I just wanted to kind of, throw that out there to you.
You're stealing my lines. That's my
Oh,
thunder.
geez. I'm
You know,
so sorry,
that
Patty.
no, that isn't a good way, So if I've
Yes.
said that before and you picked up on it, then I'm
Yeah.
doing my job right, because
Good,
that
good.
is the ultimate goal. The
It is.
more people we get on all of the different forms of public transit, the better it is for all of us. So,
Absolutely.
we save wear and tear on our own vehicles,
Yep.
stress on our own bodies,
Right.
physically get out there and get exercise, which helps our longevity. And
Absolutely.
we're saving the environment by creating less air pollution and through fuel emissions.
There we go.
And especially in our tourist area, we also are saving parking spaces. So
Yeah.
if there's only one vehicle that has to look for a parking space, and it's a van that has 5 to 15 people in it, just think about
There we go.
all of the parking spaces that you're saving over the course of 6 months. Just think about those numbers and what that could add up to.
And the thing is, I keep coming back thinking, as we're trying to show how public transit and public transportation options such as van pools and carpools can help us be healthier. I can't help but think, a happier community equals a happier lifestyle here. And by reducing, that stress of trying to find a parking space, helping people get healthier by getting out and maybe going to a farmer's market or something like that, and maybe seeing you and me out there and hearing us and having a good time and stuff, that helps keep everybody a little healthier.
Yeah, absolutely. And so healthier is what we're all about, and healthier in all senses of the word.
Yep.
Individual health and community health. So, yeah.
Okay, well, Kathy, again, we are here at the end of our time. I thank you so much for being here. It has been a wonderful day. I hope everyone has a great weekend and remembers that, riding public transportation can help increase your health benefits. And we hope that you come back next week and watch us here in the very same bat channel, bat time. So I've always wanted to say that, Kathy.
Perfect opportunity.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Everybody
Take
have
care,
a great
everybody.
weekend.
All right. Goodbye.